Welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to go through the connections option. Let's dive in. So scrolling down a little bit below languages, it is actually going to say show more options. Clicking there, we have connections. Now, whenever you wonder what something is, you just hover your mouse over this exclamation mark and you're going to get an explanation. Now, what this is that you can target people who has a special connection either to your page, to your event, or to your app, right? So let's have a look at those different options. Now, in order to start editing it, all we need to do is go to the right and click on Edit. And then here we can add a connection type. So the options we have is, for example, connected to your Facebook page, people who like your page, friends of people who like your page, or exclude people who like your page. So there are a couple of different targeting strategies that we can use here. So for example, if we have a lot of people who likes our page and we're coming up with a new product or an upsell rather. So let's say that it is a new and improved version of a product that we've already been selling. It's going to make sense that we want to target these people who already like the original product. So that would be a possible targeting. Now, what we could also do is expand our likes to friends of people who like your page. And that could be a possible strategy if you're looking to build some social proof and want to get some more likes. Because your friends already like your page, chances are that their friends are going to be more likely to like your page too because they might know about it. And then we have exclude people who like your page. So let's say that you are trying to sell a specific product, but you know that everyone who has liked your page already knows about your product. So you probably don't want to do any marketing to them because they're already aware of your product. So this would be a great strategy to not waste any money by excluding the people who liked your page. I mean, if you're only selling a single product and you have a bunch of people who like your page and you know that a lot of them, they already know about it and they probably purchased from you already, you're probably going to want to exclude those people. Similarly, if you're trying to get more likes on your Facebook page to build more social proof, you also want to exclude people who already like your page because they can't like it anymore. That's just wasting money. So there are a couple of different strategies, and similarly, you can do the very same with apps, and similarly, you can do the very same with events. So people who responded to your event, you could, for example, do an upsell to them. So if you're selling a specific form of tickets, and then with those tickets, there is an additional purchase you can make, you could do your marketing specifically to them. You can also exclude people who already responded to your event. Maybe there's a concert going on or any other form of event, because those have already responded, right? So you don't want to target them anymore. Then you can also click here on advanced combinations, and then you can start matching like people who are connected to. Then you can add a Patreon app, friends of people who are connected to, or exclude people who are connected to. So you're just combining the Facebook page or the app or the events and not just doing a single one of them. Now realize that whenever we are using any one of these, we are messing up our audience size that we have built up with our targeting already. Chances are we're not going to be using our connection until we have a big following and a big audience already. So I would not be using this for quite a long time, but it's a good idea to know how to use it, especially how to use certain strategies, such as if you're trying to do an upsell to an audience you already have, or if you're trying to build social proof and you don't want to show your ads to the audience that you already have because they're already aware of it, you know how to add or remove those sort of connections. So it's just a good option to know how it works. So we're not going to use it at all. I'm just going to leave it blank here. Now, the next thing we can do is that now when we have set our audience, we've done our connection, the languages, we've done our detailed targeting, the demographics, we've done the location, etc., we can actually save down this audience, right? Now, there's no point in saving down this audience right now because we don't know if this is a good audience or not. The only way to tell is by the results we're getting. So we have an entire section dedicated to audience we're going to speak about later on in the course. So for now, we're going to leave it. But I want you to know that if you should save it down, then this audience, everything we've set up here is going to become available right up here under use saved audience. So you could use it right here. We're not going to do that. Now, what we are going to do, because we have been setting our targeting already, is that we know we targeted in the US. We have targeted between the age of 22 and 40. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to set that in my targeting. So I'm going to write here 22 to 40 and I'm going to make a space and a dash and another space. This is just because it's easier for me to see. And then I'm going to scroll down and then we have a bunch of different targeting. And you know, Engage Shopper and online shopping, those are the kind of options that I use in a lot of e-commerce ads. But a long distance relationship, that is really what sticks out here. So I'm going to write in long distance relationship. There we go. So now I know what kind of targeting this is. So should I want to try this one out, I could make a new ad set and I could change the age, I could change the location targeting, or I could change the detail targeting. But more about that later in the course. That's called split testing or A/B testing, and I'm going to show you how that works in more detail. All right, so now we've set up this so we know what kind of setup we have. Now, scrolling down, what we're going to do up next is that we're going to start talking about placements. And this is a pretty big one as well. So stay excited and I'll see you in the next lecture.